Hello. Are you here?
Am I here?
Are you?
Is it live?
Yeah, I've been live for like 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been playing like Azure Flux. I don't know if it's been going through. I've just been trying to work out how to play music while we like have a wait time going.
Cool. I never realised.
Yeah.
I'm like 15 minutes late too.
I mean, 25, you know.
I got too engrossed in this book.
It's a good book, and I'm going to get to it. But we're not going
Robot.
to... No, spoilers. Whoa, hold on a second. I've got a special segment ready for this.
You know that book that you read one time? There's a monster at the end of this book.
Holy crap!
That
Yeah.
Sesame Street one.
Yeah,
There's a sequel to it
with Grover.
Yeah, there's a sequel with Grover and Elmo.
What the fuck? Elmo's always horning in on people's
business. There's another
business.
monster at the end of this book.
There's a different one.
Yeah. There's another monster.
Is there two monsters at the end?
I reckon there will be.
Oh, you're not at the end yet.
I haven't finished it yet.
Check it out. I saved a bunch of presets as well, so we can just click into intro, and it's just like pow.
Intro the shout outs.
Less shout out. Yeah, I classed it up a little bit. I thought New Year. I'm just gonna tweak it up. And I don't know who our viewer is, but thanks for showing up.
Yeah, cheers.
I feel like I say that like I'm expecting to be able to like read through a list and like, but
It'd
no.
be good if you could.
I mean, yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, I'm probably gonna get a tweet from Desiree being like, "It's me," or if it's someone else. I'm trying to where is it? I have it open somewhere. There it is. Okay, cool.
The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I called it New Groove because we got a New Year's groove going. I don't know. I got the comments up, so the chat's up. If something comes through, you can test it out. You can spam at it. You can just call us names, and we won't even be able to like respond to you until we're gone, and then that'll be fun. But then we might see it. So
yeah, don't call us names.
Yeah, no, do call him names. Call me good names, like
call
handsome.
me great names as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Call us both nice things, and we'll just have a great day off the back of your praise. Cerndequal and my favorite Pokemon Carnivine. I chose.
Oh, the skills. Only the frame rate was a little bit less, so it actually.
I mean, yeah, I guess, right? I have this drawing. I have this sweet drawing out that we can use, that we could draw Pokemon effects with. Check this out. If you like had the Pokeball, you could be like, and then I don't know how this works live, but then that'll just track to my head.
Nice.
So that's pretty fun. Oh, it went to your head.
Oh, there you go.
We just play like fucking. It's like a tag game, but with a webcam. That's
crazy.
That's kind of fun. Maybe we shouldn't do it on the internet, but that's pretty fun. Welcome everybody to RetroCast 13. Oh no! Oh, what have I done? What have I done? The New Groove. It's backwards.
South.
It's backwards. It's always backwards.
Flame wheel.
Oh, fire spread. Said the quell. Yeah, welcome back. It is what date is it? I want to start doing that. I've ever since last week when I planned to do that really well.
What was that?
It's never
the tweet.
No, the tweet has gone out. The tweet I did do that well.
Nice.
Well, where's the tweet? Oh no. I lied. I honestly thought it had.
I see a tweet there. We are going live at.
Oh, whoa, that is live.
How'd you miss that?
I feel like, the link threw me off, I guess. It's not my usual structure for a message because I just tried to encapsulate everything in one. No, whatever. That's not the point. We got a great show today. It's great. It's going to be so good. It's the 29th of January over in Australia. Yep.
Whoa.
And yeah, I know.
This month is just gone by.
Dude, Monster Hunter. Anyway, we'll get to that.
I know, right?
We'll get there.
And it's like the most engrossing
thing.
Dude,
the demo is, yeah. It's just the combat system. Look, that's coming up. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're talking about the Monster Hunter demo, where I guess you could say we're doing a review. I don't know. Do you have a list that I should cross-reference before I just tell you what you're talking about today? I was making a
list like pretty early on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just assumed, but no, that's fine.
I want to do like a shout outs that I want to shout out, but I haven't had the. Like I went on YouTube and I'm having
like people that you have potential to watch as soon as you can.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Okay.
So like Double Damsels.
Okay, that's cool.
Master Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Oh, she's great. Yeah. She's so funny.
Azizian.
Don't you open that trap door.
I want to get back and watch some
Desiree stuff. Cool. Yeah, Desiree, I always... He's got a lot of stuff. I got to get back into things.
I wish This Is Ken. I wanted to see some of his stuff, but I don't think he's put anything.
I love that we like still are like, remember that guy? It's like
Taco Bay 07. I gotta go watch some of his stuff.
Taco Bay.
I've been out of the
He's been going up
2 months.
Yeah, dude, it has been a little while. I hear that. I don't know. Like I watched B&G's Q&A. Have you seen that series they're doing? It's like a Q and questions and answers, but they ask audience questions rather than taking questions sort of thing, which is neat. I like it a lot. I went on and I commented. There's some good stuff this week, or I guess it's weekly. Yeah, but shout outs to B&G because they're great. They, strong organizers within the community and stuff. And they had Bronan on this week, which was cool because I was like, hey, I know that guy. And he had some really interesting stuff going on because he was asking, did you know there's a guy in the community that owns a comic book shop?
No.
There's this guy, Andy Wood. He owns a comic shop.
Really?
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Yeah. Oh, you should. Yeah. Kieran owns a bookshop and he's been trying to put comics in it. Anyway, not the point. I'm going to subscribe to comics as soon if you get them. Trust me. I didn't write it down, but Brennan asked Andy Wood like what his 50s greaser nickname would be, and I think G asked him that, and Brennan asked like who would win between Marvel and DC on a whole. Marvel, but that's not the point. That's not the point. I just thought 50s greaser nickname was really funny. I thought it was good. No, it was a really nice video. I
don't even know what a 50s grease name is. That like
it what was the? He said Ralph Mouth, Slimy Joe. Yeah, no, that was my first thought. I was like Slickman Jones, and then I was like, that's like a 70s pimp more than a 50s greaser. And then I guess it's like Moose or like Jughead, like Archie names.
Yeah,
sort of Archie vibe.
What would you go for?
Oh man, Pete and the Jug Bands.
Pete and the Jug Bands.
Because I beat people up with jugs.
Your regular get up, just wandering the streets with jugs.
Is yours greaser name a regular get up?
No, that was us. You got no clue.
No, I'm listening. I'm just thinking that'd be really good.
Regular get up. Yeah, that's mine. Regular get up.
Still kind of comes back to pimp names to me. You know what I mean?
What about
Slickback Lamar? What about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought like I could use something good, and I was like, nothing's working out in my brain.
I'm just gonna highlight my Sweet Adventure Time mug.
Just hold the coffee over the computer.
I've spilled lots of coffee in this computer. I'm not afraid. No fear, Kieran. No fear.
What about a whole cupful?
Oh man, definitely. No, it wasn't even me that spilled the whole cupful. I just sort of take responsibility for it.
Destroy it.
Dude, this computer is immortal. Anyway, that's not. It's fun. It's full of beer. I spilled beer, water, and coffee during university. Yeah, no, I'm greasing those gears. Like you got them rusty gears in there. You just lube them up with
ants
caffeine.
In your computer.
I mean, every now and then I see ants coming out. I think they're the ones that make the computer work.
That reminds me of the brick Game Boys, the first Game Boys.
Yeah, man.
Thick cover over the top, and then there's screens actually underneath that.
Yeah.
Did you ever have ants in your Game Boy?
No, I didn't.
I always had ants in my Game Boy, and you'd see them like walking upside down in this thing, like walking across.
That sounds like it would be distracting.
It was very distracting. Especially when they sort of made the trail, like sort of ants coming out of here, and I thought, where are you guys heading? What are you guys doing?
There's so much sweets in here, dude. I had ants in a lollipop once.
That could be a question. I was eating a lollipop out there. Has anyone had ants in their Game Boy?
Or in a lollipop? Question of the day. Do you remember those historical figure lollipops, like Horrible History lollipops or something?
Yeah,
and
I
you'd
think
eat them
so.
and you get a little
They're
figurine
like
with them.
Jelly lollipops.
Yeah, kind of like red.
Like those ones that
They're
come out
crap.
at Christmas time.
I mean, I guess they're just no. They're like hard. They're hard candy on a stick, but they're just like red. I don't know. They weren't great, but they like had these like you could get like little chibi versions of like conquerors and stuff, which was neat.
Yeah.
But no, I got like 6 of those around Christmas, I think, one year at Easter or something, and then like, yeah, they were like old or some shit, and they just had ants in them. And I was eating one, and I was like, this tastes weird, and then I was like, no, it's just fossilized ants.
Ants have that real bitter.
Yeah.
So like,
don't you pretend you don't know what ants taste like. We've all eaten an ant. We've all smelt a dead ant, and that's what it tastes like.
Yeah, exactly. It just smells like what it tastes.
Yeah,
like,
if you haven't tasted an ant, go crush an ant and smell it. And,
probably don't. I'm just mean to ants.
From Retroverse, the sponsoring ant crushing since '96.
We don't want to support that.
No, we don't. I want to shout out, Elusive Crawfish and Rookie Players are 2 like cool guys.
Yeah.
Double Damsels, you said that already. Those gals know how to make me chuckle. They're really funny. Have you like seen the Sims series?
I think I have.
It's like a good sitcom. I don't know. Like I like it a lot. It's got this vibe to it, and like I like it a lot. Sims 4 gameplay was like pretty cool while it was coming out. Like there's a lot of like interesting things going on, and people like making the people from their office bone and stuff, which is it's just funny. Like if I had it, I would definitely. Oh man, Retroverse House. We should play Sims 1 and do a Retroverse House.
Yeah.
Get bored in 10 minutes and just burn it down. No.
Always happens. Make the graveyard house.
The graveyard house. That's it, and then haunt whoever shows up. Yeah.
So that Sims creepypasta that I was reading was like the worst thing.
Creepypastas are pretty bad in general. Like,
Still waiting for my creepypasta to get published.
It hasn't been approved yet.
No, I think there's like a big list going because you go upload it all at the same time, sort of thing. Yeah, you sort through it.
Okay.
So it was like what 2 months ago I put it up.
I mean, it was a while. Yeah.
I'm looking at crappypasta. I'm looking at creepypasta. I have a feeling
crappypasta.
End up somewhere.
I mean, yeah, like you could publish it yourself to your own creepypasta website. You could start a creepypasta blog. Oh, there you go. Yeah, do that. Do it. That'd be fun. Put it on the Retroverse blog. There literally is one, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I think if you go, like, because Blogger attached to our YouTube and our Google Plus in a way.
Yeah.
So if you log in with the Retroverse account into Blogger, I think we just have one with all our shit in there already. So.
Okay. I'll put up the creepypasta. I'm
like joking, but you can.
Yeah, I was going to do like a reading of it in a YouTube video or something.
Oh, I haven't read my Ottercorn story yet.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
I literally realized that like I was going to sleep last night and I like sat up in a cold sweat. I was like, it's been 2 months since I talked about that shit. And I wanted to start up. Well, I wanted to move that on to. Well, we haven't said a name yet, I don't think, but we have it. It's all set up.
Yeah,
so we can put stuff on.
I mean, as you can tell, we probably can't. Actually, sounds like a bit more nasally, hasn't it?
I mean,
my cough's gone and everything, so I'm sort of like on the mend, so I'll be able to do some material. Matral, as we call it over at the Unnamed channel.
It's not unnamed. We're just not going to tell you.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Fuck you. No, I'm kidding.
It's so abusive.
I'm coffeeed up. I'm on the Joe.
I can't drink coffee. It just gets me too hyped. Just teas for me. Even though tea apparently has more caffeine in it.
Yeah, but tea presents it in a way that isn't like, you like fucking speed. Because coffee is totally that thing where you like, because it is like 1 to 100.
Mellow out sort of thing.
Well, tea gets you to 100 kind of slower. And maybe 100 sleeping for you. So it's like, it's not bad, I guess. But coffee is very much like, you ready to wake up, motherfucker? You like heart palpitations? What you do? No, that's not a bad day. That's not a big coffee day. Anyway, moving on. Shout outs. Also, how's your week been, dude?
No, wait.
Yeah, what have you been playing?
No, what have I been playing? Have I been playing lots of Monster Hunter?
You playing Monster Hunter?
Just 24/7 Monster Hunter demo.
It's a fucking good demo.
It's amazing. And like, it's so like...
It's a bet. Like Capcom, every time I see that Capcom logo, I'm like surprised, and then I'm like happy again. Like I'm like, oh my, this is what I love.
I hope they've got like a tracking thing happening, just seeing who's coming on. And like, hey, look, these two guys are back again. They love this game.
And then they just send us a rebate for our pre-ordered copies.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even free copies. They're just like, oh, I already bought it, but I don't give them their money back. They love it so much.
Well, they just sent us like a little plushie doll of. I want a great Jaggy.
A great Jaggy. I mean, Jaggies are cool. I like them a lot. They're really like cute and like fun little raptor things. My favorite is. Have you ever fought one? The Lagumbi. It's a giant rabbit that lives in the Arctic tundra of Monster Hunter.
No, I think we spoke about this. I haven't.
Oh my god!
Is it only on Ultimate?
I guess it might be. That's like totally a possibility.
I think like.
I mean, the tundra area is in 3. Monster Hunter 3 without the ultimate on the end, but it might not be.
Unlocking the tundra area.
It's like a bit far in. It's like 10-20 hours.
I mean, I finished the game though because I went up against the big beastie that's underwater.
Oh, that's not the end, dude. You're like 25% of the way through.
Really, that big giant thing.
Legiacris?
No, bigger than Legiacris. The one that's making the earthquakes.
Oh, the Cedius.
Yeah, that's
Cedius, the god dragon.
Yeah.
No. That is like literally a third of the way.
Oh.
Because after Cedius, you have to, there's like a bigger guy, and then after the bigger guy, there's like the big guy. And then I think there's someone else in the middle.
I've decided I'm like going to go to the volcano, and I'm just going to take out the this dragon that starts with R, that's literally like a fire dragon, red and black. Well, I just wanted to make like a whole weapon set out of him and armor out of him, so I just sort of.
That might be the final boss. That could be like the final boss even. I don't know how the difference between Ultimate and regular is, because Ultimate has like a few more fights and stuff. So I'm not sure how that all plays out.
I want to go back to 3 because I still got it on Wii, but now I want to play Monster Hunter 4.
Oh, you can't go back, right? Like that was what happened to me when I like saw the trailer for 4, and they were like touching ledges and walking up them rather than like having to mash A when you get to a ledge to like run up. It's like so much faster and stuff. And I was like, well, I guess I'm putting this away till next year, and let's just like stop playing Monster Hunter.
I guess if you go back to it, it'd be like, so.
I tried. I mean, no, because I was pretty excited, so I went back and I was like grinding some like gear and stuff for my like double sword. I use double swords in Monster Hunter. If you play, Switch, get out. Switch Axe so lame.
No one likes the Switch Axe.
I
love it.
I feel like it's kind of like this awkward combination of a couple of things, and that's why people don't like it, because they're like, well, I'll use the great sword, or I'll use the fucking hammer, or whatever.
It's so fluid. It's like you've got the big axe in axe mode, and it just like swings up, and it can do heaps of like knockback and stuff.
I guess.
And it just switches so quickly to the little sword that just goes to cut, and then just discharge everything into them.
No, that chainsaw hit is like crazy. A discharge hit. I don't know. Like I just like speed. Like I hate two-handed weapons in that game.
Oh, but that's like the fastest of the two-handed weapons, I reckon, in my opinion.
Well, now there's the bug stuff.
The bug stuff.
That's that glaive is insane. Yeah. Like apart from a bit of too much fanfare, like that's why I don't like it so much, because there's a lot of like, if you pull your weapon out, you're gonna be standing there for like half a second to a second, just like spinning your stick, and it's like, it's like, oh, you like this shit, and then the monster's just like bap. So that's boring. But otherwise, it's really fun. Like, it's a good weapon. But that's why I like double blades, because there's just like none of that fan. I mean, there's a little bit. There's a bit of like.
I feel like the weapon should have like even if they're a big sword, you'd think like it would have a block sort of thing to it. Like
well, the great sword does.
The great sword does.
Yeah, the great sword has a block. Most like stuff relies on dodging and stuff. No, I don't think there's like anything that's like parried or like timed counters, which would be cool. Like that'd be really interesting if you could like adopt a stance using a weapon that like when the monster came at you, you just like sidestepped it and cut its face up and stuff. That'd be like interesting.
Stances would be pretty cool if every weapon like had a different stance, like attack stance.
I mean, they sort of do in a way, right? Like the double blades charge up their demon dance or demon charge thing, and that when you use the red swords, and that like unlocks extra combos. The bug blade, if you can get all of the different colors off of the monster using the bug, you can get like unlock new combo extensions. for that while you're like in that form. And like same with the charge axe and switch axe and stuff, or charge sword and switch axe, because they've literally have dual forms and stuff. So I get the game sort of like does that a bit. I don't know. It's interesting.
I like how you just got weapon classes. That's my favorite.
Well, that's it. Like you just because you find something that like fits to you, and like you can understand the combos, and you like the way it moves, and like you just sort of stick with it. Because like that's it. Like no one I know has thought anything about switching weapons from 3 to 4. So that's interesting.
I think I used to play.
I should change the lower third because we're like moving into news.
When I played the Wii one, I was always choosing the lance.
Well, the lance is cool. Yeah. It's really a fucking awesome weapon. It's just like slow, I guess.
No, I just kind of like the lance. Being a guy walking around with a lance.
Oh, dude, it looks awesome. It's fucking fun. And like I love those moments where you're playing chicken with a monster and you're like doing the charge at them, and then they're charging at you, and you just stab them in the face and they go down, and just have this like moment of like, awesome. What? Like I had so much of that with the charge sword, just getting those explosion hits off on the head when it's like going for a roar and just like goes the fuck down.
Perfect timing on it.
It just feels good. Or like awkward timing where you like just accidentally smack it and you're just like, I'm alive. Like
there was one, I think
Monster Hunter's great.
One of the ones we were playing against the Gormagala where I did a roll off of a ledge. And
Gormagala is a giant black smoke puking dragon, by the way.
Like virus puking death dragon.
Look up Gormagala. I'm sure there's no other way to spell that.
He was about to roar, and I just knocked him on the nose and knocked him back, and I was like,
I'm feeling good.
Monster Hunter.
I love your Monster Hunter. Well, like those and when you mount something. Mounting is like the best mechanic, and that's like one of the big things, like aerial stuff. And something I noticed with axe weapons. So like when you've used the switch axe or we've been using the charge blade, if you use that upswing on me, you can launch me into the air.
Yeah, I noticed that happened a couple of times.
But I can recover from it straight away, and I can recover from it like straight away and just fucking come back down for the slash and like mount off of that. So there's like this cool teamwork thing we could be doing where like if we didn't have a ledge or anything, you could like throw me at him.
And also, did you notice there was another game we played recently? Well, they've played so many. But he did like an explosion and it dropped the floor in that zone.
Yeah. There's like
I was
so
falling
much.
And I landed on him and mounted him.
Yeah, I was like, I always miss that. There's a level that's just like one of the zones. It's just annoying. It sucks, but it's alright if you have if you're using double blades because you sometimes can have your dash juice then, and dash juice just cancels all stat reduction.
You need stamina in that zone.
That's it. Well, that's it. So like. I mean, yeah, the dash juice just levels that out, and you just because it turns off stamina reduction. So basically, when you're on the cliffs and you want to just like run up and down them, jump up and down them, essentially, you can just do that, and there's like no penalty for that, which is really nice, and makes it a bit easier. But yeah, like if the monster hits the ground in that section, like the massive ledges start crumbling, and you come down with it, and you're in midair. I never have the reaction for it. Like I never expect it.
I was like,
if you're tapping. That's it. Like I've done it once, but like I never have the reaction to be like tapping it. I'm always like, what the fuck's going on? Where's my camera gone? Like, because it always like pulls out to this weird action. He does it as well. Have you noticed in the nest? There's another zone when he can break it. Yeah, it tilts, and if you're standing still, you actually like slide down. Yeah, it pushes you down to an exit. Like it's so interesting. I love like the levels in the game are so much more dynamic. You can climb on like almost every wall in that game now. Well, not almost every, but like a lot of walls in that game. So like climbing on top of monsters is pretty simple if you like have your timing down and stuff.
So our main goal at the moment though with the demo is taking out Gormagala 2-player on multi.
Yeah, giant.
And he's got so much health.
Giant smoke spewing dragon.
Just not enough time to do it.
Yeah, we always get it's like limping away to go like sleep and get health back.
We've got it to sleep, and when it went to horn once.
Well, yeah, it'll do its like last ditch effort to like enrage at that point, and then we like usually run out of time about then. On our best runs.
Had a few times where it's just almost died.
Oh, of course. Like we had that. I swear we had that run where like we knocked it down out of its rage form. It was like on the ground like wailing, and if the time runs out there, and then if we had just been able to like lay into it on the ground, we probably would have got it. It sucks. We don't, and like it would be so much easier. It's super fun. It's just fun to play. Yeah, like that's I'll replay levels of games forever if they're fun. Like that's just a cool thing to do if you're enjoying the level design of something, you know. I don't know. Bluff. I'm trying to think of a game that I've done that in recently. Oh, I'm playing so much Link's Awakening DX.
Really?
Dude, yeah, on DS I got it on the Virtual Console.
Link's Awakening, yeah.
The Game Boy Color one, the first one with like the windfish, and it's like, it's so delightful. Like it's a really fun Zelda.
I've said before,
really getting into it.
The replayability of Banjo-Kazooie for me is just so.
We should record Banjo-Kazooie. Oh my goodness.
We so should.
We should. 2-player Banjo-Kazooie. I'll use the control stick. You can jump. I was watching the speedrun of Banjo-Kazooie. Okay, let's get in. Can we get into news stuff?
Yeah,
I've written news already down, but like just been talking about what we've been playing.
Is what's going on with my 3DS?
Is it splitting?
The thing's coming away, and
yeah,
it
don't
won't
pull at it.
Properly. See that?
Trade it in and try and make sure they don't see that. I would definitely.
See what happens with me and stuff. But that would be this has happened.
I don't know. The case might have like warped or something in the heat or something at some point, and but no, like the point is those are detachable. Like that's just a thing. Like they're not built well. Bodhi showed me this. No. Jazzcat showed Jazzcat showed me this once. It's like put the right way up. He's freaking me out. Jazzcat showed me this once where you can just take them off and they are detachable. Because I was talking about how like I enjoyed the new 3DS's like showing off that you can clip on new cases to it and stuff.
You can do that on these ones too.
Yeah, and he was just like, look at this shit, and I was like, jeez, that doesn't look legit. It doesn't feel good.
What are you doing with that spanner stuff?
Okay.
If you put it in the microwave for 5 seconds, they just pop right off.
Yeah, there you go. Wrap it in tinfoil, microwave with Christmas lights on top. This coffee's really good, guys. I'm sorry. What was I talking about before that?
News.
Yeah, but what news?
DX. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
I don't think that's news so much as I've been enjoying that game. What? Oh, fuck. Okay, I also did get the new game that's just come out.
Mama something. No.
What the hell? Oh, AGDQ. Right, news. I'm sure everyone saw this when it was happening, but I've been watching AGDQ and I watched the Banjo-Kazooie speedrun and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like 2 hours.
2 hour speedrun.
2 hours and a bit.
There's no real glitches.
Crazy.
I think there is.
No, I mean there's some stuff, but it's not like
there's a
there's nothing
glitch in a few places.
I don't know.
Get a few jiggies that you're not meant to be able to get.
I was playing a lot of Pokemon at the time, so like, and he was doing 100%, I think. So it's like he had to like not be glitching past things that he couldn't miss stuff.
To get everything.
That was really cool though.
I can say 2 hours. That's reasonable.
Oh, for sure. Like it was pretty decent. But that brings me to, God, my brain is made of fucking zigzags, dude. It like literally is like ridiculous. Sneaking a peek, trying to get ahead of the news. No, because like Banjo-Kazooie to Banjo-Kazooie speedrun. 2, the original Legend of Zelda on the NES speedrun has been broken. The new world record set to about 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. So that's fucking.
Is there glitches in
that? I mean, that's crazy.
Is it like a glitch run?
I've never watched it, but if it's 30 minutes, I'm totally happy to. Like, you know what I mean? Like 30-minute speedruns, I'm totally happy to sit down and be like, what the fuck's going on in this? So it wouldn't be 100%, but it, like just to beat through the bosses, and if you know where everything is and know how to get there quick and stuff, I guess it's totally possible. But I just thought that just blew me away.
It's crazy.
I don't know. That was just a headline that I brushed past. I got a couple of headlines, and then I got some actual links.
Some actual links. Zelda.
Oh. God damn it. Gosh. Maybe pure edge. Excuse me. I'm gonna give a shout out to Pure Venom as well. Sorry, I just swung by the Twitter, and that guy is unreasonably friendly. For a guy named Pure Venom, I was gonna tweet this, but I'll just say it. For a guy named Pure Venom, he's awful sweet. Oh, we have fun here. Also, the other thing I just wanted to mention off the top, there's a new 3-hour cut of the Hobbit trilogy they're making. They're cutting it into one movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that is totally what I want. I'm going to watch the shit out of that. If I can get my hands on a 3-hour cut.
I'd rather the 9-hour cut.
That's what you already have. I mean, it might be like 12 hours right now, but like...
What are they going to cut so much out for 3 hours, aren't they?
It's just going to be the Hobbit bits and not all the like, hey, Legolas is here and stuff. Yeah. And they'll probably pretty much remove that last movie. And then, yeah, I feel like it's a good idea. It probably won't be more than 3 hours, I imagine. Like, I think that's like an estimated time. I don't know. It's not gaming stuff so much, but I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
I was like... Cool. And people hate the Hobbit movies. I saw the first one. I didn't love it, so I didn't see the rest. No.
I loved the Hobbit movies.
Did
you?
Yeah. Which ones? All of them?
I didn't like I thought first was good, second was the best, third was not as good as the first.
I mean, I guess seeing Smaug, I haven't seen it yet, but I guess seeing Smaug is like pretty cool and stuff. And like the realization that's neat. The Five Army stuff is too much. Like I just can't.
That's what in the third one, the 5 armies, it got it too chaotic.
I guess that's the difference. Like, so some people that are like really want more lore, and then there's like other people that are like, let's just have the Hobbit. Like you called it the Hobbit, just have the Hobbit, or like make it like fucking Middle Earth Diaries, and then you like do the Hobbit and the Silmarillion, and no one gets mad at you because you called it the Hobbit in the first place.
Middle Earth Diaries would be kind of cool.
I don't know. Well, like that's a silly name, I guess, but you know what I mean.
See, Aladdin and Elra here. That's mainly what I wanted to see, and I never saw them.
So there you go.
They're like Elrond's children.
Okay.
They're like these two guys with crazy sword skills.
That's neat.
They just went questing and just destroying everything. They're twins as well. Aladdin and Elra here.
Just twin sword dudes. Yeah. Best friends?
Best friends.
You like high-fiving?
Yeah. That's how I imagined them. They're just like sweeping through orcs and like, yeah.
I love you, brother. I love you too.
But yeah, I thought for sure they'd be in the Hobbit. I'm pretty sure they're in the appendices and they helped out with that whole
thing.
Whatever it was.
Conflict. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just like a bit... Look, honestly, it's like a thing about Tolkien fantasy, I think, where like I feel like elves and orcs and stuff is a bit played out. Like even, I mean, Warcraft does it in a way that I like, I guess. But like even Warcraft has this thing where it's like elves and orcs and blah, blah, blah. And I just kind of, I feel like it's a bit done. I love Tolkien. I love all that stuff. But like, I'm really into Game of Thrones fantasy right now. Yeah. Like this kind of more realistic fantasy. Like I like sci-fi fantasy stuff when you can integrate technology with magic. I always think it's really interesting now. I don't know. There's just like things there.
It's sort of, it goes through like.
It is like the classical thing though, right? Like that fantasy form is like considered like the staple thing. Exactly. So it's like, you know, when you find variation from that, it's really interesting. And there's like some great stuff. Like is it Anne McCaffrey's books, the Dragon Riders?
Yeah,
Dragon Riders of Pern.
Read them.
They're great. They're so interesting. Like they're about an alien world, but like there's dragons there, and it fucking rains this crazy acid shit, and they gotta like hide from it, and they're like, it's really cool. Like it's really interesting. And like,
I'm gonna start reading. I've got like the Robin Hobb series.
Okay.
Side, I'm gonna give those a go.
Oh man, that was ages ago that I looked at that stuff. I don't remember what those were about.
It's just about dragons again, I think. Dragons is another staple in like pretty much every fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I like when they do something different with dragons, but that does not happen.
Why not just call them wyverns?
I mean, that's...
Mix it up.
Mix it up. That's enough for you. Yeah. It's like, it was a mighty wyvern.
It
looked a lot like a dragon. But no, it's not. Don't you? I really like Norse dragons because with Pokemon X and Y, they based a lot of that on Norse mythology stuff. So like I learned a fair bit about it just in that period. And Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde are the three legendaries in that game. And Zygarde's like a big worm ground dragon thing, which is cool. And I don't know, like he's meant to be a dragon, but he's like this worm with like no eyes and shit. And I love him. I love him to death. Also, Gumi or Gudra in X and Y. Yeah. You know that slime dragon that's just like pure dragon type, and it was like looks like it was meant to be the fairy dragon, but they were like, we can't do that.
It definitely was meant to be the fairy dragon.
Oh, that was like Pezza told me that theory, and I looked at it, and it was like this pink glob mess, and I was like, yep. I totally see that.
That's what I thought it was when I first saw it. I'm like, why doesn't this have fairy?
It wouldn't change much. Like, what's the big deal?
It would be a dragon, immune to dragon.
No, I wouldn't make it immune to dragon. I just make it like either resist dragon or be neutral to dragon. And that's like good enough for me.
Because isn't dragon super effective against?
Yeah, dragon can get hit by fairy, dragon, and ice. It's 3 weaknesses.
But yeah, it wouldn't be able to be hit by ice because fairy is resistant to ice, I think.
Fine, let it resist ice, but then make dragon neutral. I don't know, oh man, that would be fucking OP. Yeah. What am I saying? I'm disgusting. But that's based off a French mollusk dragon, like a snail that like that like in the legends, its tendrils can like reach miles away and like touch shit. I don't, like.
That's what they always tend to do.
Whoa! I mean, yeah, if it grabbed naughty kids, yeah, for sure. But go watch the Dex. The Dex covers this in an episode. They talk about it. It was really interesting. I'd have to go watch it to like rehear that legend. But like those kind of dragons and that kind of fantasy.
Dragons.
The Oriental dragons are neato. They're always weird though. They're always like kind of tricky.
With those crazy like lion faces and.
Oh man, imagine a sweet Oriental dragon in Monster Hunter. That'd be amazing. Like just a big snake thing.
That'd be crazy.
And then like when you ride it, it like runs along walls and shit. That'd be fun. They should let me Capcom hook us up, bro. Hook us up with literally give us a job, and we'll make you monsters that everyone's gonna love or hate. Probably hate. I feel like everything I designed would be like. What if it was a spider that poops other spiders? And then it's like, oh, this is the worst. Okay, that's a good. Okay. What monster would you create? Like, if you could create a monster and like something to make armor and weapons out of.
So for Monster Hunter.
Yeah, like what animal or like mythical creature would you base something on? If you don't know what Monster Hunter is, it's a fantastic game about fucking destroying big game. It is the best hunting game I've ever played in my life. Seriously, it's got giant dragons in it. It's really fun.
Looking towards like giant squid sort of thing, but like the land squid.
Well, that's less scary to me, but still gross. Like a land kraken?
A sand kraken?
A sraken?
Maybe it exists. It probably does. In the thing, but
there's sand like sharks in 3. Man, that'd be a fun fight too, because like its tentacles would come up around you, and then you could like cut its tentacles off.
Like it's at the end of its tentacles, they look like worms, sort of thing. But then
have they got mouths?
Yeah, they've got mouths. And stuff, but then you realize when it comes out, it's actually this massive. Like all the worms are actually part of the tentacles of this sand kraken.
Oh no! And like you were fighting the sandworms in like another fight, and you didn't, and you never even knew.
They just chopped off its tentacles.
That would be so gross to me if it was like if these sandworms were in this level and then like the next hunt was like some thing that was underneath those things, because it would just like that game does a great job of setting that kind of like moments up. Well, 3 did, because 3 had so much of that underwater stuff and like just grossness.
We realized like the level, some of the zones in the level was actually just the Kraken's head sort of thing that's sort of just lying down covered in sand.
One of my biggest, like, this is such an irrational thing. When I was a little kid, and you'd go to the beach, or like if I'd go to certain beaches that had like this more of like a muddy sand kind of thing, if you know what I mean, like lagoons and ponds and stuff like that.
Just get grabbed and pulled in.
Well, no, that slimy thing that I was standing on was like a giant fucking squid's head or something. That was like always this thing that was like I was standing on something I shouldn't be standing on, just like this, no. And like that was always a thing for me when I was little. So like that's, oh god, don't do that. It's so gross.
Like you're standing on rocks and it's actually just a crab.
So I could deal with that more. Slime, it's just like, deep sea life freaks me out. That's just the thing. Yeah, like being in the pitch blackness of the underwater, like that Cedius fight, not since in Monster Hunter 3.
If I wanted to make weapons out of it, though, you couldn't really make weapons out of a squid.
Yeah, you could. They'd be all floppy and shit. They'd be great. They'd be like
fluffy axe.
Yeah, it would be. No, well, I reckon the first thing you'd be able to make would be a hammer, because that would just make sense. But then, like, it wouldn't. I can only imagine weapons that look like giant dildos. But like, yeah, no.
I guess the armor would be kind of cool. Like
it could be a slime weapon.
Armor.
Yeah, it would be
spongy armor that like sort of absorbs the hits, sort of thing.
There's
like a giant sumo suit or something.
I mean,
I reckon if I wanted to make weapons, I would be like a giant crab or crustacean sort of thing with these massive pincers. It'd have six pincers that sort of go around its head like that.
Oh, whoa!
Coming down like this, and have all these legs, and have this crazy mouth and these eyes, and you have to like chop off its eyes, sort of thing, and be running around blind and just like,
oh my gosh. That's horrifying. Like, you couldn't mount it really, or you can mount, like it gives you that hope where you can mount it. It's like actually very easy to hop on, but then like when you try and stab it, it's just like bling 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 bling, like, and you have to break its shell before you can do it.
You gotta break bits of its shell, and you gotta break it into its like flesh after you've taken its shell off.
I just realized as well, Shadow of the Colossus is a good example of what Monster Hunter is sort of like. Have you ever played Shadow of the Colossus? It's just huge boss fights and you climb on them and like it's I don't know, it's really provoking and like cool. Yeah.
What about you?
Okay. Lagumbi does it for me almost.
The rabbit.
Yeah, that rabbit. I love it to death. It was my phone background when I was playing Monster Hunter 3 for like 6 months. Of just like
look up so I can see what it's like.
I'll put it up on screen. Even da 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 da. Lagumbi, Monster Hunter 3. It's something I've been wanting to do for a little while actually. Is share imagery.
Beat me to it.
I'm just
I don't know, I've never versed it.
Dude, I love it to
It looks amazing though.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I remember the Arctic Zone.
Hold on, I've got a view image. I think I gotta save it to overlay it on the stream, which is super weird, right?
What are they going up against it with? The swords.
Oh, I don't know what they've got. It looks like a sword from their sharpness meter.
They've got 2 sharpness meters.
What? There's 2 people in the fight.
Oh.
I gotta put this thing up there. Just whoa, calm down, Kieran. Just calm down, buddy.
Okay.
Just calm down. Are you calm? Are you calm?
Yeah.
I might not do this ever again because it kind of takes a minute. I could prepare. I mean, I didn't know it's going to show this, but I could prepare it.
Is it
ahead of schedule? Yeah.
Oh, that's a Lagumbi.
That's a Lagumbi. I mean, it's a bit low res, but it kind of gives you the idea of the game as well. You got your health bars up the top there, sharpness meter. He's using a long blade because he's got the charge meter.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a long blade. I don't know. I love that guy to death. He's amazing. I got so adept at fighting him that I can pretty much do it without like taking a hit now because he's just I know his patterns now and stuff. Because I hunted him down to like get a full armor set, and then I like got to the next rank. Have you done that where you get up to like G rank or like ultimate rank, hard ranks? Yeah, like you have to remake all of your armors because there's new ranks for them, and like they have little like aesthetic variations and stuff as well. So like I had to remake that armor, and then this guy is amazing. So I guess, but what I would do is I would take that and I would make an otter that's kind of like him, and he slides on his belly, and he's like kind of doofy and happy looking. You know what I mean? And he's just like a big otter monster, and the armor you make out of him changes your dash into a belly slide.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And like it's a bit longer, but it's just funny. And if you like, it changes it into a belly slide that if you keep tapping B at the right times in sequence, you can just keep like pushing yourself and sliding. So it's just like a faster way to move. And the weapon you can make out of him is just a fucking giant, is like 2 dual blades of like giant otter claws that are kind of like curved in. So they're more like just hooks that you just like stab into things. That'd be amazing. I don't know, like I love the just big like megafauna versions of like the little cute things, especially that Lagumbi that I just showed you, because like he's a fun fight. You get thunderbugs on it, so you can make traps, and like you get cool armor that has fun ears on it.
It has ears on it.
Yeah, I'll bring up the armor as well. I don't know. It's gonna be hard not to talk about Boss Dota because it's fucking great. It's just my favorite business. Armor.
And wow. Nice. I can see why you'd love that.
And it's also got, that's the Lagumbi blades as well she's holding there. So I will put that up on
it's
screen.
It's like a cool Arctic tundra.
Yeah, like explorer gear. And then like, and the ears flop when you run. Oh my god. Oh man, I didn't expect that ever to happen. Wow. Okay. I need to figure out. That's like bringing up so much more. Whatever. It's got funny is on it. You can make it something. I can't get an image that's gonna work. Yeah, I really like that album. It's cool. Anyway, so that's coming out on the 14th. And Monster Hunter. Even though I'm sure everyone's thought it was talking about Monster Hunter. No. I think I call on this one New Groove. And anyway, I found this great article on Kotaku that has a bunch of cute Monster Hunter imagery. So like, what if Monster Hunter was like chibi style? Yeah. And it's just like it's really neat. And I thought it was like a cool idea. Sorry about the flash on screen. Like, I don't know, you can see that, I'm sure. I can see that. I'm not going to mess around pulling images up that don't work anymore. Anyway, so Monster Hunter's great. Go pre-order it. Do it. Play with us online. Do it. Oh, you can actually do that because it's lag sync as well. Yeah. Like, we can play online with international and, like, pretty much be fine as long as our download's good and stuff. Yeah. Sure. If you have it, tell us for sure, because we're going to be playing it. And we would love to go on hunts with you. I wish we could record it. Amazing. I wish it was on Wii U or something so we could record it, though.
Yeah, I think they're bringing that out on Wii U.
No, they're not.
They definitely will.
They said they weren't.
They said they would.
I don't think you know what you're talking about. I feel like you're hopeful, and you're going to be heartbroken.
I think I threw it somewhere. Look, it's my favorite gun.
Don't put it down. No, Kieran. Don't. No. Okay. Let's do it. I got a new segment for the intermission. I used to, but then I've had it for like a year or two. It's cool, right? Like it's a good. It's just a little bit for kids. Kieran's got a gun. Help. So yeah, look. Next bit of news that I just did a bit of research into recently. I might not be up to date, but I found out about it recently, and I've like heard rumors, but I hadn't had anything confirmed to talk about this. There was an announcement like last year or something. Excuse me. Earthbound Forever coming out on Wii U, which is all the first 3 Mother games remastered, plus a possible 4th game is rumored to be going around. So I don't know if there's new stuff or if it's been like totally toned down since then or something, but I heard about it last night.
Like turned to reflect the style of NES and
I think I don't know, like
in Super Smash Bros. Like that.
I wonder, like it'll
like Kid Icarus revamped.
I wonder, like, is it gonna be how do you remake it? Like, how do you make it look like the Game Boy Advance Mother 3 sort of graphics, or like what do you do? But like, either way, that's really interesting.
I reckon like Pokemon X sort of graphics.
Oh man, that just threw me in. Like Generation 6 Pokemon sucked me back in, and it was all because they were 3D. I was looking at it the other day, and I was like, if this looked the same as the old games, I wouldn't care. But like the fact that it's revamped and that I enjoy the visual style so much now, and it's not like boring to me. It's like, great. Let's do it. Shinies mean something to me now. That's probably not a good thing.
Have you had any more shinies lately?
No, I've just been spamming legendaries. I've been catching the shit out of legendaries. I've got I think I'm missing one of the little lake spirits.
You got Mesprit?
I think I'm missing the yellow one, whichever one that is. No, I think I've got all 3 of them. No, I've got 3. I've got all 3. I've got all 3 of them. I've got the 3 fighting dogs, I think, or 2 of the fighting dogs. Yeah, I got Moonduck. I got who else did I pick up? I think that's all the people I've sort of been gaining right now.
Through Hooper's Hoops.
Yeah, through the hoops. I'm just getting them as I can because they unlock music for the online battles, which has been great because I've burnt out every other song in that online battles, like because I think I'm like almost about to hit 500 competitive battles.
Really?
So I'm like, yeah. So like I've listened to those songs a couple of times. So like catching all these legendaries has been really nice. I'm doing really well in the BGC right now.
Really?
Yeah. Season 8 is going just fine for me. I think I've still got 1 more loss than I have wins, but my score is above starting rank. So like compared to last season, this is amazing because I was down like 300 points last season. Anyway, Pokemon, back to Pokemon. We should have a Pokemon show by itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 12 minutes.
Played. I think I left my game here.
Did you? Oh, you did too.
That was like, I'm gonna play X, and it was like, I don't have it.
I put it in here for you, buddy. Whoa. I'm putting all my stuff from Y into Pokemon Bank, and I'm gonna restart Y. I'm gonna Nuzlocke it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna catch all the legendaries I haven't caught first.
Did you just kill him?
I caught Yveltal.
And you killed everything else.
I didn't even go look for it. Like I like Zygarde and Mewtwo and all that shit, and like there's still Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno running around.
Are they in it?
Yeah, they're roaming. You have to encounter them 10 times in the map, and then they go to a specific location where you can find them.
They're in the map, just running around.
Yeah, they're roaming, like roaming. They're just like, oh hey, Moltres, because Moltres is the first one you fight, and like the first time I saw him, I was like, what the fuck is this about? Because like it was just a Moltres on like Route 101 or something. I was like, hey, bird.
That's crazy.
Well, it's like, and then I was like, Ho is so much cooler than you.
Yeah,
is he? Ho is better, I think, but whatever.
It's basically the same as a Moltres.
They're the same version. Pokemon, yeah. Like,
and he has leftovers on him. That's what I remember.
Does he?
Yeah. When you fight him on top of the tower, he usually has leftovers on him.
That's neat.
Back in the gold version. I'm pretty sure he does, because he's like...
Did they have items? Oh yeah, items came in gold.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's fucking cool.
And I didn't really see the point of leftovers, because it was like, it only gives you back a little bit of health, and there's no real competitive thing happening in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's different. When you're one-shotting... Yeah, well, that's it. I've been loving leftovers on my my Milotic, because Milotic has an insane base HP, so like I get like 12 back a turn off that, which is just solid. I don't know, like it doesn't sound like much, but when Milotic only takes like 24 anyway from stuff, it's like nice.
Crazy walls.
Anyway, I got what?
Crazy walls.
Oh, dude, Milotic is insane. Because like
Skarmory.
Dude, Skarmory doesn't have a place in competitive right now because there's just so many like electric and fire moves out there. Like fire's the worst because it's got like 4 times weakness to fire. But he's still fucking buff. Even with that 4 times weakness, he's still like, I'm only on half, you fucking idiots. Screw you, nerds.
I'm gonna roost.
Yeah. Plus, I'm holding a focus sash, lol. You boosted your attack, did you? Yeah, roost is funny. Do you know it takes a flying type though when you use it? So if he gets earthquaked while he's using roost, he gets hit for like 2 times ground type. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, Pokebite. No, we should actually do a battle strategy show where we just play Showdown and we like talk about an ability for like 15 minutes.
I'm still waiting to verse pairs so I can finish off my Showdown rounds.
There's like 2 people that are waiting. We run a tournament off the side and we don't have a prize pool on this one because people were like, wait, there's a good prize pool for this? Because we were like running a type sensitive league, and then if you understand that, where we're like all have monotype teams, and then like I picked bugs, so like I'm not going to do very well. That's all right, because like I organized most of that stuff, so I don't really want to win it.
I picked Ghost, so it's sort of like
it's so like risky. Ghost is like, it depends on what you do with it at that point, like, and then how you predict and stuff.
Because everyone always runs Sucker Punch, Knockoff. They're 2 of the most.
So, well, yeah, Eric definitely was with a Dark Gym.
But like Knockoff is like one of the most popular moves.
I don't have it on my team, but I should.
Because it's like Dark, super effective against Ghost, plus the super effective.
Oh yeah, and if they're holding an item, and most things are, it's just a nice way to go. Yeah, dude, you can kill things. Like so much of my shit is vulnerable to one hitting from Knockoff. No one does it to me.
Really?
Yeah, like it never happens. I mean, and it's good because the most times it's ever happened is against my Breloom. He's holding a Life Orb, so they knock off my Life Orb. He's fighting type. It doesn't take much from the Dark hit. And then, like, he's just not taking damage when he does big hits anymore. So he, like, loses a bit of attack power, but he's not killing himself anymore. So I'm like, thanks. Oh, well. That's fine. Oh, my God. I got switcherooed by a Klefki in a competitive battle. It was like 1 a.m. last night. I couldn't sleep. So I was like, I'll just have a go. Switcherooed my Black Sludge off of my fucking... He was on, like, no health. And he was like, I'm going to get you. And he saw that I was healing. He must have thought I had leftovers. Yeah. So he switcherooed my Black Sludge off of my Scolipede. And he just killed himself with the toxic damage off it. And I was like, how'd you even deal damage to a Steel type with Black Sludge? Like, I didn't even know that was possible. But it was just... It was beautiful. And he gave me like a choice band or something, and I was like, thanks. Why is choice band on a clef key? That thing has prankster already.
I know, right?
There's so many things wrong with what you're doing. Anyway.
Pokemon! Out prioritize the
what?
Bird.
Fake out. Yeah, but Brave Bird's not going to kill a clef key anyway. There's so many problems. Clef key and Cardbeam are like the walls that can take it. I don't know. Anyway, look, moving on. I got some more news that I want to get through before we cut this off because we're going to come to an end pretty soon.
Yeah.
I want to keep these concise this year, keep them tight. What I wanted to talk about is, did you see anything from the HoloLens that just came out? Microsoft's HoloLens.
No,
it's their bid for like virtual reality.
Zilch.
They just released it at like a press conference thing. I forget exactly where it is. I could probably read it like literally right in front of me on this news release here, but I'm not gonna. What I will do is I'll show you the picture from the article because it sort of illustrates my point. In the trailer for HoloLens, they showed you. I'll show you guys in a second. They showed you this Minecraft-like experience that you can do with augmented reality, where you can play Minecraft on your couch and table and stuff. Now you've probably seen this already because it's like it's been all over the place. I don't know if you can really see that, but this guy's like pointing at stuff and he's playing Minecraft on his kitchen table and his couch and stuff. It's all pre-rendered. The first thing I noticed when I watched this trailer was like for all the things HoloLens can do, because they advertised a whole bunch of shit. They were like, it can like when you're walking around, you can be Skyping with someone and they'll just be off to the side of you, and like when you're like in the kitchen, there's like over the window, there's like a weather report that can drop down and stuff if you're just like tapping at the sky and shit. So there's like this
like Google glasses. So
yeah, but like it looks better. Like Google Glass looked like almost half augmented reality, whereas this is like there was just shit everywhere. And then like a guy walked past a wall in his house and he was like blam, and then there was like Minecraft through the wall. And I was like, Jesus, like what is this? But it was all pre-rendered stuff, like no first person things, like no like test footage or anything kind of thing. But it was all like from behind someone, and they'd obviously done it in post, and so like it was like a demo.
Pre-rendered 3D that they showed you for the 3DS. It looked like a little
it just sort of showed you how it works and stuff, I guess. You know what I mean? And like it promised a lot, like the gaming stuff alone. And this article I found was like HoloLens fucking says it's gaming sick on it, and I'm like, I don't know if it could be. Like I could imagine a really fun game you could make out of it where like two people have HoloLenses and they're just in a house or something, and then they can play laser tag with their fingers or something, and like that motion in the HoloLens, if you're in view of it or something, can like activate your laser gun. Yeah. You know, and maybe it like overlays a gun arm and you're like, oh, this is sick, and like you're shooting friends. But like I like some kind of like virtual laser tag I could see being interesting. But this Minecraft idea they were showing where it like tracks every surface in your house, and like there was these other things they showed that were more technical, but it was like they had a guy with a motorbike on a platform in the middle of the room, and the guy was just like 3D modeling on the motorbike to like see what kind of body he wanted to give it. Like he was like, oh, I'll just stretch out this chunk, and it was kind of like the Spore Creature Creator, but of design. Yeah, it's all like great stuff, and like I feel like give it 5 to 8 years maybe, but like this was just ahead of its game. I don't think it'll ever deliver that kind of like fidelity, because like just you're banking on a lot of stuff, unless they've got some amazing tracking.
Solid. It wouldn't be solid. Like it'd be the same as like the AR technology on the 3DS. It's sort of like
like how good is their tracking?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like to process the amount of information to do a clean track that you'd need in like certain situations, like it's gonna have to be a well-lit room. I swear they're gonna have to like give you tracking markers to put on surfaces that you want to use, right? Like give you reattachable like dots that you just like, this is my screen now, or like this is where I want this app to be, so I'm gonna put the dots for that app here, and then like it reads that and registers and clicks it on. But then if you're like far away, it's not gonna be able to read them anyway, kind of thing. I don't know, like
it's like commercial quality still, and it's not really at the same level as a green room. Like they haven't got green screens up to that level where you don't need a green screen anymore, sort of deal.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I mean, it's a cool idea, but yeah, I think you're right. It needs a lot more time.
Yeah, like it's just to deliver. It's an amazing idea. I love the imagination of it. And, you know, like something in it was like, I remember the 90s. You know, like when you see it and you're like, oh man, that's what sci-fi was like in the 90s, and then it's like, oh, we're releasing that, and it's like, it seems dated already, but it's not. Like, it's so like, oh, you could like build little block castles on your table with like VR, and it's like, that seems like something that would have been in Back to the Future, like straight up, just like, oh, I'm playing my games, and like the old like Marty McFly puts on his headset and he's like, fucking blocks. Like, I don't know, I could imagine that in that movie. Like straight away, that window TV they had in Back to the Future.
Window TV.
Do you remember? Yeah. Like what they could change, like the scenery or what shows through their window, and it was like, yeah, that's sort of what this thing's boasting. That'll turn your walls into TVs and stuff. Which is, I love that idea. I love the idea that everyone puts on their HoloLens at your house, and then like they just stare at a wall, and like everyone, and like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom, but they're still like watching it through like one eye. They can just take the TV with them. I don't know. It'll be interesting how that all plays out. And now I have, to wrap this up and like sort of move us towards the end, I have some funny news stories.
Funny.
Yeah, like kind of like what? I had headed up the whole list of links for like funny stuff with the title "What?" So it gives you any kind of context. Former pro gamer gives unborn child StarCraft nickname.
Really?
Yeah, like that was my reaction. I was just reading it. I was like,
that was the thing to do with Skyrim as well, where there was a competition. If you named your child after the dragon that's coming out, they'd give you Skyrim something for free.
Really?
Yeah, and his family did it, name their child whatever the
Galdahad. Yeah,
whatever that dragon's called.
It's not a bad name, probably.
It's just a very like
Norse
it's like
name, crazy,
like Nordic.
Super crazy.
Yeah,
it's a fun idea, I guess. I tell you what, if you get Retroverse tattooed on your knuckles, I'll send you a sweater.
with a picture of your knuckles on the sweater.
Yeah, if you send me a picture of your knuckles, I'll put that picture on a sweater and I'll send that to you. Someone's gonna find this in like 6 years when we've got like some semblance of an audience, and they're gonna do it, and then we're gonna be like, oh, why did we say that 6 years ago? Why did we? They want that sweater and they don't care about their knuckles.
Great. What did the StarCraft kid get called?
Okay, so the guy's name was Boxer, was his StarCraft name, like the guy who gave the name. And he came up with the fitting name for his baby, the Terran infantry unit from the game. Wait, is that what he called him? God damn it.
Terran infantry.
What the fuck?
Boxer.
No, okay. One of esports' most famous StarCraft gaming pros, Boxer, aka Liam Yo Hwan, came up with a fitting name for his baby, the Terran infantry unit from the game. Does that mean what's the Terran infantry unit called?
Is it called Terran infantry?
Marine, I guess.
Is that his baby's name, Marine?
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see if Marine ends up as the baby's real name. I thought I read that last night, and then I was like reading the first part of that, and I was like, oh god, I shouldn't read these before I go to bed, because I just don't understand them when I read them in the morning. No, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the wife's 6 months pregnant or whatever, and he gave him a nickname, and it was interesting.
Firebat?
No, it's Marine. It's Marine.
Oh yeah, Marine.
The answer's Marine. We already found that out.
Pillager. They should name him Pillager.
That'd be cool. You'd name your kid Pillager.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Spectre.
I don't think Jessie would be into that.
No, I don't think she would. Firebat. I think she'd be into that though.
Yeah. What's short for Firebat?
Free.
Free? You just reminded me so much of. Have you seen that SpongeBob prehistoric episode where they're like fui, squid go fui, and they like kind of invent this language almost.
Patrick's cooking a stick.
Yeah, he cooks it and then it rips through his mouth.
That's what I was saying. My childhood.
Oh yeah, I mean SpongeBob is definitely like the darkest thing that ever happened to us as a generation.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the episode where they kidnap Squidward's grandma and beat her with shovels? And then it turns out to be her dirty laundry. And like they build it up in this way where they like kidnap her and like smack her and stuff.
What's this you got here?
Okay, this was my last thing.
Nintendo 64.
What? I'll just show the guys, everyone. So I don't know, from what I'm seeing, that's showing up for you guys pretty well. This is just a GIF. And I'm going to tell you guys what it is, but I want Kieran to guess what he thinks this is for.
It's a Nintendo 64 emulator that
projects
the Nintendo 64 screen onto a wall.
That's crazy. I wish that's what it was. No.
Alright, wait.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving you the hint because you just jumped ahead and wouldn't even let me tell you anything about it. It has something to do with one of our favorite franchises' new installments. And it is a Nintendo product.
Oh, it's a 3DS controller.
No, it's if you let me finish. It's for the arcades. Now you can go.
It's for the arcades.
Tweeted your answers with hashtag I wait for the finish.
He's pointing at buttons. What does it say there?
It says Nintendo.
So it's Nintendo.
It is a Nintendo. I never said it wasn't. What? It's just an arcade game.
Oh, it's a controller to plug into your Wii Pro Control.
It's for the arcade.
For the
what?
Arcade.
How many times do I have to say that? It's not for Wii U.
When you go, what arcade?
Like an arcade machine. Like if you go in, you put a token in.
Is?
No, I'm asking you what the arcade machine is.
It's a Pac-Man arcade machine.
Yeah, that's it. 25th anniversary Nintendo Pac-Man coming out this fall. No, this is the new controller for Pokken Fighters.
Oh, really?
For the arcade cabinet of Pokken Fighters, and it's interesting and weird because they're not releasing it with an arcade stick, like a traditional Street Fighter
it's got the
stick and 3 buttons or whatever.
Directional pad.
Yeah, it's like a D-pad. It looks rigid and it's really interesting. And I almost feel like it's a
hold.
I almost feel like it's a cash grab. I'm just gonna let you see that for a little while. I almost feel like it's just for like it's not a cash grab. Sorry, it's to save money. Sorry.
Is that people's reaction in the audience while they're showing it?
Yeah, I guess this was all shown at a live like 30-minute thing. Are the guys actually just looking around all awkwardly? That's really funny. Yeah. So the general consensus is what? Like, how would you get a fighting game and keep that fluidity and keep that pace when you use it? And like, it's such a big part of inputs usually. Like quarter circle A is Hadouken in Street Fighter. It's like the classic staple of like a combination move in like one of those games. And like, if you recall playing that on the Super Nintendo, like on a D-pad, it's a bit hard. Blisterville. Yeah. Mayor Blister Town. I got blisters on my fingers. Mm-hmm. I get that from Monster Hunter, but I got calluses now.
I think that's why I can't use shield weapons.
I used to get cramps, man. Monster Hunter was brutal mischief.
It was that one we were playing against Gorman Gala, and like, I sent you the message, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. My hand's cramping up. Because I was like shielding, and that finger like got all wonkulated, and then
it's just hard
because like pressuring in here.
Just the way I hold it, because like I support my 3DS with my pinkies sometimes.
I was thinking of changing up my.
If you can look at that, I like hold if I'm holding my 3DS in a way that's going to slide out of my hands. Yeah, like it's just natural, right? So that's like an awkward.
It sounded weird.
It's such an awkward cramp for your hand to be in, because then you're doing this and then like.
See, what I was thinking is
it's really bad.
Switching this, and now it's like 3DS stance chat. I'm switching up my 3DS stance to actually hold it like that and press those buttons with my arm.
That's interesting. I get if those corners get jammed into my palms.
Oh, the new 3DS
I just can't handle it.
As well. It's got buttons there too.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
good luck pressing those.
Yeah, I know. I think they're used for item assignment.
You have to change it up.
No, I think they're used for quick items in Monster Hunter though.
So that's your new stance for holding 3DS, so you can get those buttons, because the whole back will just be buttons.
I mean, the touch screen. Have you seen that on like the PS Vita or something, where it's like that new PlayStation handheld where like the whole back is a touch screen?
Yeah.
And you can like, there's really weird integration of it in the game where like, quick, just scrub the screen, and then you like gotta rub the back of it to like wash the screen or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Your finger in, you can see like the bubble of your finger coming through, like it's.
That would freak me out. That would make me think my thing was breaking. I don't know. I want to get a new 3DS. They look really fun. But like, I just can't justify it to myself, because they're like, we're releasing Xenoblade Chronicles or whatever on it, and it's only available on that. And I'm like, so there's one game.
Really, it's only available on the new 3DS.
Yeah. So it's like there's one RPG you can't play. Would you buy a new 3DS for that new RPG?
I feel like buying a new 3DS just so I can have that little joystick for playing Monster Hunter and turning the screen.
I've heard it's not really good. I've heard it's like really bad.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard that like it's too twitchy, and like you'll just like try and turn to someone and you're just like blam, like yeah. I've heard the review that might have been on Monster Hunter 3.
I guess you got to get used to it. You got to be like.
I guess I just use L targeting so much, and then like the D-pad does it if I need finite movement.
Analog pad feel weird to you when you push your finger on it.
It's a bit resistant, maybe.
Is there like a little bump there, sort of thing for that?
Oh yeah, there's a okay. I after playing Monster Hunter 3, this is something that I found out. There's a little seam in the circle that surrounds the base of that trackpad.
Yeah.
Or something, and you can like you can feel it there. Monster Hunter's the worst for like feeling imperfections in the controllers.
No, that's what I know.
Because you start to notice things. And you're like, why does it when I try to do that particular quarter circle on my D-pad that like there's a click in it, or like when I hold it for so long it starts to feel like there's like sand in there or something. Like I start to get like these hallucinations of like it's breaking. It's not performing at max capacity.
I think my 3D power needs to be like recalibrated.
I hate 3D. I love it. I know you do. I'm sorry. I hate to say that every time. I just can't handle it. But yeah, one of our friends has a CirclePad Pro, and apparently that's really good for it.
CirclePad Pro is good.
Yeah, it basically turns it into a gamepad.
Makes it feel like it'd be over here.
Yeah, but imagine how much better that is for your hands on that shield button.
Yeah, but the screen would be lopsided. You'd feel like you'd want to look in that section.
Do you really feel like you could not get used to that? Do you think that would change your entire experience to the point where you couldn't play a DS anymore?
I feel like I'd be looking at the speaker.
When you can, and
that bit there.
Just to the side of the screen, you're just so put off center by this like your hand positions that you're just like, the speaker. No,
I'm looking at the speaker again.
He said it's really good. You don't have to.
Does it bring it out to about there?
It's like a little bit more. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's got extra buttons. Yeah, it's about there. It just turns it into like a gamepad for the Wii U. It just like essentially.
It's got another like.
Yeah, it's another CirclePad. There's more buttons that you can assign items to and stuff, and there's like an extra like L and R trigger, I think.
Why wouldn't they just make the extra long 3DS that has that?
You don't even need to make it extra long, right? Like open that up again. Above those, above them even.
Put those down. Put one there.
That's what I would do. But money.
I guess you got to think about
and there's probably structural integrity and stuff too. But I don't know. And it's too much like the PSP at that point, or Vita or whatever, because they use twin sticks.
Yeah, and it's all patented.
Yeah,
patented design.
You don't need it anymore. Like the only reason you needed CirclePad was for those underwater fights, and they're like gone in the new one. So I don't care about CirclePad anymore, personally.
Like, running around.
Yeah, like whatever. The only reason I'd want the new 3DS is not for the second joystick, but it's because I double battle in Pokemon a lot. And when you double battle in Pokemon, the frame rate drops out because there's 4 Pokemon being rendered at once.
And the new 3DS has better processing.
Yeah, the new 3DS like has way better processing, better resolution stuff.
I've seen like a video that's where they try to lag it out the most, and they send out 4
primals and megas and shit or something. Yeah, I can see that.
No, something that turns into a mega. It was Aerodactyl, maybe.
Yeah, Aerodactyl.
There's something that just crazily lags it out, and literally it got to a point where it's just like one frame rate just going crazy.
That's so funny. I mean,
they all used a move as well that lags it out heaps.
Well, yeah, like if you send out Rayquazas and primals and stuff, you can really get some crazy effects going on the screen. Just start like blowing it up.
Yeah.
That's for real. I don't know.
Triple battles.
Yeah, triples are fucking the worst. If I did those, I'd be like already have them. I don't know. There's just more processing. The new Zelda does look a bit better on it. I don't know. I think it's not big or anything. There's no reason to let it. I just like I do need a new 3DS. Like I've had this one for a little while, and like I don't need one, but I wouldn't mind one.
I wouldn't mind one too. They're cheaper than these ones when they first came out.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm just waiting for like a bit of a price drop, I think, and then that'll be that.
I don't really want to trade anything in because I'm dead against trading absolutely anything in.
I traded my last DS because it wasn't an XL, and because I could get my XL for like $90 if I did that, and I was like, that's pretty good. And so that's the reason I have this XL now.
I think I started off on that. I traded in a broken DS Lite towards it.
I mean, it doesn't come with a power cord, the new one. We're going to have to...
Really?
Yeah, like you can't trade in your old DS, kind of. Because if you trade it in and give away the power cord, you have to buy another power cord to charge your new 3DS.
Really?
I have no idea. It's so weird. They were like, you can use your DSi power cord or your DSXL power cord or your whatever. And I was like...
What about all these people that
what if you're just buying one?
Yeah.
I think it's like you get a new...
It's like the Wii U doesn't come with a sensor bar.
Mine did.
Did it?
I got the deluxe one though. You got the white one. I got the black one.
Did you get the sensor bar that...
Wait, my sensor bar might be from my Wii, to be honest. I'm just thinking that right now. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, it's old.
Yeah, it's old. The new sensor bars actually take batteries and they're just like...
Ew.
Eat batteries.
Ew. I hate things that take batteries.
I asked for them, like, do you have any ones that are corded? It's like, no, that's like...
That's why I hated the emotes too, because they were like, you like double A's? Remember when you were 5 and the Game Boy ate all the double A's in the world?
Well, we're doing it again. And then they just start...
Oh, they melt. Dude, one of my controllers right now, I've got rechargeable batteries in there right now, like rechargeable packs in there right now, so I don't need batteries anymore, but one of them does have like battery gunk that I can't clean off.
Especially when you take it out,
it's just stained.
Like, my hands are sticky.
Man, no, yeah. And then you're like, oh, my eyes are itchy, and then you like got battery acid in your eyes, and you go blind, and then you have to be a blind master at Monster Hunter. You played a Jaggy hunt with your eyes shut yet?
No, have you?
It's hard. You need good headphones. You gotta like listen for it, and then like sort of understand the way you're facing. Like close your eyes after you get the lock on. So like after you tap, lock onto him, because then like
I didn't realize there was a lock on until like we versed that gore.
You need it. It's so handy.
And you notice that if you double tap R, it just
it realigns to you. Yeah. You can change that in your settings.
I did. I swapped it around, so just
better reset. The problem with the demo, I haven't.
It resets.
Yeah, it resets. Like
turn it off.
I have to set up all my settings in like every one of those as soon as I get 4. That's the first thing I always do. I just like view type to 5, fucking like all these other little things.
Yeah,
I can't remember. Well, it's like bow controls and stuff because I use I
tell you what's
really want to start ranging in this one.
What's really bad with the 3DS and the crosshair? It just when it's in 3D mode and that crosshair it like pops forward and you're trying to look at the crosshair through that, it just your eyes just can't focus on anything because
that sounds brutal.
The crosshair would go with what's in the background sort of thing.
Sit on the level of it.
Exactly. Yeah. Sit on the level of the monster you're aiming at, but it sits like it's in front sort of thing.
Yeah.
It just does not work. You actually have to close one eye to aim when it's in 3D.
That sounds kind of cool, but also awful. I hate that. Like, I just don't like the 3D. I don't think it's good. I used it in the cinematic sequences in Metal Gear Solid 3. That's when I was using it because it was like there was like cinematics and they were good.
When I told you to on Pokemon.
Yeah, I went out and I turned it on. So I've got the parental lock on it so that it actually can't activate and drain power from my DS. So like, yeah, I was riding a 3D Rayquaza into space.
It was good.
Spoilers. My eyes hurt.
And all the stars and stuff. It was crazy.
Had a headache after it, but other than that, yeah, like I saw the future for a little while. That scene in 2001: A Space Odyssey when he like sees himself die.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, really?
But I haven't seen it.
I know. I started film school, and then like you watch it in a room full of film students, and like people talk.
Sci-fi space movie Gravity. Have you seen Gravity?
I hate Sandra Bullock to death, so no.
I hate it too. I wish she had died, but it's got some.
I wish she'd just been a different actress. Like, I wish she'd never. No, what? Better, but no. Scrawny Weave. I guess. Yeah, Angelina Jolie's not so bad. I can get behind Angelina Jolie.
She was dressed up as Maleficent for it.
I got a Maleficent spacesuit. Blah. Eat this apple, you fuck.
Pretty. There's this really weird part in it where George Clooney's like, "I know you're in love with me. And you're looking into my blue eyes," and all this weird stuff. It's like, that is definitely just for fans of George Clooney.
He like, I think I would say this at this moment. Well, that was like Interstellar had a lot of that in it too. I don't know if you've seen that.
I don't know. Everyone was whinging about Gravity, saying it goes for too long. I remember, and they said it like goes for 3 hours or something. I watched it go for an hour and 20 minutes.
It might feel long, I guess.
It doesn't. It feels I don't know. Really short. It's over, and before you think it's.
You sure that wasn't about? You sure that's not Interstellar?
Was Interstellar long?
Interstellar's fucking long.
Yeah, like, it was Interstellar.
Interstellar's like Matthew McConaughey floating in space. The movie.
Did he drift out away from Earth or something?
I mean, like, okay, so like, what's the plot of that? Interstellar is about the world falling apart, and they send someone out into like a wormhole to like try and I think go back in time and save everything. I haven't seen it. I've just heard like a lot about it.
Wormholes don't take you back in time. They just rip you apart.
They do this cool, like from what I've seen, like there's these cool scenes of him going through these like things. But I heard a summary, and this was like someone's synopsis of why it wasn't a good story, but it was like an entertaining visuals, but it wasn't a good story or whatever. But it's like Matthew McConaughey goes through a wormhole and uses the power of love to reveal the secrets of the universe to his daughter in the past through a digital watch.
Really?
I think that's what the plot is. That was the synopsis I heard, and I was like, if that's what it is, and that sounds like this guy sort of knows what he's talking about. Because whenever you hear that like really retarded summary that people, that like sort of like, yeah, and then fucking dragon comes out and like whatever, like yeah. I feel like it's usually pretty accurate. Like
summarize all the major plot points.
I mean, yeah, like this guy picked up on it, and he like can regurgitate it in a way that is like that delivery or whatever.
But actually, what really failed to,
I don't know, it sounds funny.
What drew me right out of the show when I was watching Gravity was like this stuff floating around in this like space pod that she's in.
Yeah.
And then she's got like these pages and like so there's no gravity, right?
Yeah, okay, I get you.
No gravity. And she's got a book.
But she's got some gravity.
And she's got a book. So it's this one about things. And she's just like flicking through it like that.
Yeah.
It's like, hang on a sec, there's no gravity, but the pages are just not doing that at all.
Were they going slower than usual?
It's exact same.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure, but like
throws the book, it just goes bonk. It's just
no, see, that's a pretty heavy book.
This is the Gravity book. That's why it's called Gravity, because that book was the Gravity book.
Yeah, they were testing the effects of heavy books in space. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, so annoying.
I don't know. That's the thing about space movies. Apparently, like all of Interstellar stuff was them on like just on one foot and shot well. Really? Like, yeah, it was just them being like, whoa, because they did. Because I saw an interview on TV or something with
because they go up
Anne Hathaway or whatever, and she did a little test of it, and she was just like sitting on 1 foot behind a couch on the interview show, and just like, whoa,
like she was in space.
Yeah, it sort of looked like she was in space. You were like, oh,
what they generally do is they go up in one of those green screen planes that like drops, so they fly really high to a high altitude and then just drop it. And that
creates take this phone call, man. Right, you gotta take over.
Take over. I'm sitting in the takeover seat, the master seat. I feel like I should read something. Here's something. Felix the cat. The detective, Felix Detective Agency. I'm thirsty. I hope the milkman has been here. Empty. Felix has just come across the milk, and he hoped it was the milkman had dropped off new milk, but the milk bottle is empty. Darn, every day somebody drinks my milk. Oh, we're getting down to the plot of this story about Felix the cat. Everyone's taking his milk. I'm going to put a stop to this. He's not very happy. Oh, what is he doing? He's putting soap. He's soaping up that milk. Soaping it up. If this works, I'll catch the thief. All set. Now all I have to do is wait. I'll see if I've got any bites. Good, I'm working. Good, my plan is working. Look. Someone took his milk and it's filled with soap. Now I've got a clue to follow. Bubbles. Bubbles is the clue. Now if I follow Bubbles, they'll lead me to the crook. So he's in there. You. Oh look, Felix has approached the crook. You. How did you find me? I didn't leave any clues. Oh my, more bubbles. It's a bear, teddy bear. I'm doing a book reading.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a comic?
It's Felix the Cat. It's your Felix the Cat.
I know, but like, isn't that a comic?
Yeah.
It's probably not the best thing to do a reading, right?
No, but I'm showing the pictures too.
Showing the pictures.
And I'm in the master seat.
What the? The master seat?
Have you read
How do
this?
you like it? No, I haven't yet. I mean, I've flicked through the style.
It feels like a golden book.
A golden. Sorry, I just wanted to get up my coffee. Just sit there if you want.
No.
Just see what it's like.
I stalled. I didn't know what to do. I was
You didn't
kind
know,
of
did you panic?
Yeah.
Have you ever had to do that? That's right. Like you're always the one that walks off, and I'm just sitting here.
I was just at panic. I was like,
what do I say?
but I started looking at myself, and I'm like, just now that everyone can see that.
Oh, we're like on the way out anyway. I'm pretty sure. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't have anything else to talk about. I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Sort of at a point where it was
goodbye time.
Yeah, goodbye time.
What should we sing?
The goodbye song.
Yeah, are you ready? The one we practiced. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, all our friends. All our goodbyes. I'm so glad you could come and see all our goodbyes.
We're singing this
song and all day long. Goodbye, all my friends. Oh man, I'm so glad we practiced this. Oh no!
Yeah, if we hadn't rehearsed this,
little sprinkles. Do you know that goodbye? Oh, bye.